Since 2009, Southeastern Automotive Group has been buying for and selling to most of the franchise dealerships in the area. What if you were able to bypass the big dealerships with the big markups? Buy direct from the supplier. Save thousands of dollars on your next vehicle purchase. Have a trade-in? No problem. With used vehicles in such high demand, Southeastern Automotive Group has dealers ready to buy your trade. If Southeastern Automotive Group doesn't have the perfect vehicle for you, using their vehicle locator program, they will have it shipped in without any hassle or haggling you hate. With over hundreds of thousands of cars available at auctions across the nation, your next vehicle purchase is just a click away. ESP Specialist in Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet.
Rail fans, you have the ultimate rail fan experience when you stay at Railside Lodging in Folkestone Funnel Crew Headquarters, just yards from the rails themselves, with 30 and 50 amp hookups with a dump station. Just sit, relax, and enjoy the sights and sounds of rail life. Peaks Cabin and Chessie Caboose are directly across from the train watching platform as well. Call today and book your ultimate rail fan experience.
Whistling Dixie Custom Framing, unique gifts and
Good afternoon and welcome to the Coach Murray Show. I'm Adam Bell along with head coach Russ Murray of our Charlton County Indians. Coach, we just got through with Irwin County Friday night. I know I had a lot of drama going on with them, with CSN and so forth. How'd you guys do on the field? I know it was a little rough, but the boys didn't quit.
Well, yeah, they didn't quit. And, I heard a lot of comments about how well you did with the audio cast. You had about 1,000 people, didn't you say that? Well, that's good that you were able to do that. And we appreciate everything you do. I don't know, money's about everything, and it seems like, and it's getting to high school sports just aggravating. The service you do is good for the people who can't go to the games, and you've been doing it for so long. I hate that it happened to you, and hope things work out in the future for you. Well, the game didn't go quite as expected as I thought it would. I thought we'd do a little bit better, but they're so good. I mean, we started out, we had a lead actually. We drove right down the field, and the kids were doing well, and just, it seemed like every time we had some momentum going, we'd have a costly penalty somewhere. And it is what it is. But when you got a guy on their sideline calling procedures on receivers on our sideline, that's kind of whatever. But it is what it is. Mm-hmm. That wasn't the difference in the game. They were a lot better than us. But we had a chance to make it. It was going to be 21-6, and it probably would have been that at halftime. But we got that darn field goal blocked, and they returned it with a forward lateral. But whatever. They said fumbled forward, but I didn't think you could do that neither. But either way, and then the wheels fell off, and that kind of shows our maturity level as far as players. We're young, and we have to constantly just play hard, guys, and they do pretty well. But we still, most of them. I mean, they're about juniors now as far as playing. They're still sophomores, and and that's a lot. That's a lot on them, but they're getting better every day. Like I said, and I've been saying this all year, I'm so proud of our progress. We're getting there. We still got a long ways to go. I mean, we were at Irwin's level at one time around here, and it's just they have it going on right now. I guess it's their time, but I hope we'll be back. I mean, we work hard in the weight room and different things. Practice today went well. We've had good practices this week, and we were actually a lot earlier than we're supposed to be. I told you at noon, and here I'm calling you at 11 o'clock saying we're finished because it happens. When I remember back in the good old days when we were making all these runs. We'd have practice allotted for 2 hours. We'd get done always the hour 15 minutes because we'd get done what we need to do. Didn't have to repeat stuff. Right. And that's what day was. I mean, our practice schedule usually is about 1:45 to 2 hours. And here we got through today, but it usually runs over to about 2:30. We about 2.5 hours because we had to repeat stuff. But the kids showed up today. We started at 9 o'clock. They got busy. We got to it, and we were out of here.
They were ready to go.
We were out of here at 11:15. And So they had a good job today. And to get back to what I was talking about the Irwin game, I was proud of the way the kids did not quit. I mean, it could have got real bad, but we kind of regrouped, refocused at halftime, and came back. And I don't know if you checked the score, we might have even won the second half. I don't know. We ended up scoring like 16 points in the second half. But anyway, they got a fine ball club. Coach Jones and others seem to think that might be the team to win it again this year. I don't know what team Dublin has. They've already played Brooks and beat them, but they got a fine team, fine Class A team. They got some great DBs, some great athletes, good decent offensive line. So they're going to do well.
That number 12 is an awesome athlete.
Yeah, he is. He's one of those twins, and they're good. I'm glad to see them. They're going to be gone next year. I'm glad to see that.
You're glad to see them going on next level.
That's right.
I heard that. I wanted to ask you one thing, and then we'll move on. I know we've got 2 games to cover coming up that are back-to-back. But I wanted to ask you, in the first half, Sammy and I were up top doing our CSN radio Friday night, and we noticed the play clock starting at 25 sometimes. Did you see that?
Well, yeah, it does do that. It'll do 25 or 40. Change possession 25. It'll do that sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Change possession, it does 25, well, not change. Yeah, I don't know the exact rule right now. I have to look at on the book to see. I have to keep little reminders and stuff too. Most of the time it's 40, but sometimes it's 25. Goes back to old 25.
I was wondering because sometimes we'd get up on the line, especially when we were driving toward the end of the first half. We were down around the 30, something like that. And we looked up, and the official had set the ball, and we looked at the play clock, and it was 17 seconds already.
Well, I don't know, but luckily, I mean, we've done pretty well this year. I mean, we're no huddle anyway, but we've been no huddle for a couple of years. Last year, Jalen as a freshman running it and having the distractions that we had with some seniors trying to tell him what to run the huddle, but the quarterback needs to do. We had some delay of games.
Yeah.
And we almost had one the other night, and I stopped the clock and probably had a good play going off. We were able to get it off, but I just couldn't run that chance. It was right before we tried to kick that second field goal. But Jalen did a pretty good job managing the clock as far as that goes. But yeah, it varies sometimes from 25 to 40.
Yeah, I know we had what 3 or 4 drives inside their red zone.
Yeah,
we got kicked out for penalties and different things.
Yeah, like I said, but
they didn't quit.
No, yeah, we did it to our own self. You just can't. Some you couldn't call. Probably let them play ball, but they got called. They were infractions, and like I said, we were on enemy. So we just got to overcome that. That's something that's got to, we got to get better at. Coaches and players, and they're getting better. Like I said, we're getting better, but we're not there yet.
Yeah. Well, we got a big one Friday night coming up.
Yeah.
We'll move on. Let's talk about Lanier because we got to cover Lanier and Brooks.
Yeah.
So Lanier Friday night, senior night, 7:30. I know there was some confusion with some fans yesterday.
Well,
we'll
go ahead and say what our schedule is. I spent, Friday while everybody's getting ready for Irwin County. I'm spending all day Friday dealing with our schedule that had to make up the Brooks game. Oh, it was an awful day for me. I walked 4,000 miles because the weight room's on one side of the school, my classroom's on the other, and I had to go see Coach Cruz who's in the middle. I'm walking around, look at my watch. I got 10,000 steps for the daggum. The school day's over with. Usually on a Friday I get about 20,000, and but I don't show up at the ball game with 10,000. I usually have about 7,000, but I had 10,000 before school ended that day. But anyway, after calling Atkinson County because we had to move their game and all this stuff, but this is how the schedule is going to be. We got it. I'm just waiting for confirmation from GHSA, and I believe everything went through. I'm gonna check my email when I go back, but. All right, we're playing Friday at 7:30 Lanier, same as usual. We got a makeup game with Brooks Tuesday at 6 o'clock, and it's here. And then next Saturday, I think it would be the 21st, we're playing in Pearson, Atkinson County, at 6:30. That's the schedule. And I hate it being on a Saturday, and it is what it is. But the kids have to play. We had to make up day. The rule is you can't play games. They got to be further than – they had to have 3 days rest. And that either we were going to have to move this game to Thursday and if we'd have done that, we'd have had to shift a bunch of teams would have had to shift some schedules. And luckily, Coach McGowan and their AD over there at Atkinson County, they decided to move theirs on on Saturday, and it just worked out that only they had to make the shift, and Lanier didn't have to do anything crazy, and Brooks didn't have to. Brooks is off, but they would have had to do something. They would have had to play on Thursday as well, which would involve another team. Right. So it all works out. So the schedule goes as this. I know I've talked, so we'll go till we play Friday, we play next Tuesday. Both of those games are here, and we play next Saturday, the 21st, in Pearson. That's the schedule.
That's where football's a little bit different animal. When y'all go to moving games around, unlike baseball or softball, you can pretty much just get on the phone and call somebody and make a game. But football, there's so much more involved.
I mean, you can't play football games back-to-back nights. I mean, you just can't do it. And, 3 to 4 days rest is a lot. I mean, you see they freak out in the NFL and the colleges when they play on different days and things like that. And it's a process, but we've got it worked out the best we could. It's not perfect, but it's just like I tell the kids all the time, last week we didn't have 2 coaches, one of them an offensive coordinator. You got to the cards you're dealt with, you got to play them. I mean, you have to do in life, and that's the whole thing goes back to my win the day over there on the wall. You got to win that day no matter what you got. Yeah. And it's an unfortunate situation. We got to finish with 3 games in a week and a half or whatever, but that's what we got to do.
So 10:30 Friday night, y'all are going to walk from the field over here and start preparing for Brooks.
Yeah, pretty much. The kids don't know it yet. I don't think we're going to practice on Saturday, but I mean, we probably should. But we'll work that. The coaches, we're talking about that now. I doubt we're going to do that, but we need to. Yeah. Because Brooks is a fine ball club. They're just as good as Irwin in many ways. I think the score was 21-13 when they played, but regardless of that, they're a great team, and we have to be prepared for them. But we're not even thinking about Brooks now. We're focusing in on Lanier. They've got a good ball team. They're a lot like us in many ways. And
Brockington's a good quarterback.
Yeah, he's a great quarterback. He got banged up Friday night, but I think he's good to go. He may be the best quarterback in the region, better than that guy from Turner. And he can run it, he can throw it, and he's a special athlete. And they got a good line, and they're pretty solid. They match up well against us, probably better than we are on paper. I just hope our guys and they have been this week focused, and it's a big game. We got a shot at the playoffs, but we've got to win this one before any of that happens. Yeah. And so it's a big game, not only just because of that, but it's the next game. I always tell guys, next game. Why is it a big game? Because it's the next game. But this game's got some playoff implications, and and I hope our guys just show up, we perform, do the best they can. That's all I'm asking for them to do.
Yeah, we've got to show up Friday because the way I understand the playoffs, we have to beat Lanier and Atco, right?
Yeah, we have to beat both of them. Yeah, we have to win 2 of these 3 coming up, and definitely those because they're kind of in the same spot we are, and we need to beat them to be ahead of them in the region standings. They only take 4, and we could do that and still have to play a little mini playoff game with like 3 teams, because if we happen to do that, then it would be us, Turner, and Clinch tied for those spots, and they have to get it worked out, and somebody's going to be tied for that 4th spot. Yeah. So and that's the spot you want. But anyway, because Brooks and Irwin are above everybody else, and Turner holds the tiebreaker with us. We hold the tiebreaker with Clinch. I know it's not tied yet because they got one more game than we got. But if you look at the standings, that's how it needs to work out, or how I hope it works out. But we got to win this Friday for us to even talk about it.
Regardless of anything,
I don't really like talking about it that much because I know we got to win. We have to win this game before anything happens, and I surely hope that like I said, our kids show up and they will just try to do their best, and I think it can happen. Last year we started out with this team. And it started off bad. They ran the opening kickoff back, and we never could catch up. Yeah. And I think that final was 28-14. I can't remember. It was a pretty close game, but we never could catch up. They scored too quick. They scored on a kickoff return, opening kickoff, and then I think their first drive they scored on a long streak down the field. So we were down 14-0, and it ended I think it was 28-14. I'm not positive, but anyway, regardless, we lost. Right. We got to start fast, and we got to, start strong fast and stay there all the way to the end. Because it's going to be 4 quarters. We got to play 4 quarters. It might be like the Clinch game. Just play to the end, and that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, because they're definitely not going to come over here and roll over.
Well, we can't. Yeah, we can't do like we've done our last two outings. You know, our last two outings, we just got blown out of the water. We've been playing. We played two good teams, but you know, we can't do that. That's kind of making us go back to what we were last year. We just can't let the wheels fall off. We got to battle, and stay in it. You know, you go back and look at our season up to the Turner game, and we were in all the games. You know, and we were not into these last two, and you know that's part our fault, part kids' fault. You know, our fault, whatever. You know, is regardless the whole team deal, and we got to do a better job with that. And I we've worked on it this week, and hopefully we've addressed those issues, and we'll be in it till the end.
I know we talked about Brockington on offense for Lanier. What do you see out of their defense?
Oh, well, they got some good linebackers and, you know, good DBs, and they got the defensive lineman can play. I think he's got some offers to different things. I saw Coach Williams' Facebook post. He's a good defensive lineman, we're you know, last week we started. You know, we got a freshman starting on the offensive line now. Xavier Jackson, and he did pretty well. I mean, his first starts against number one team in the state. Or I say number one. They probably should be number one. But anyway, top team in the state. And he held his own. I mean, you know, if you grade him out, he probably doesn't, you know, grade out better than the defensive lineman. But he has some great plays, and he has some okay plays. And he's going to be a great one. I'm telling you, he's going to be a good one. We got him on the offensive line, and then we got the other guys. But he's getting better, and the other guys getting better. I think we match up well against them, but we got to play. The key to us this week is our offensive line play, and we got Coach Lloyd back, offensive line coach, and kind of gelled. I worked with him Monday. I hope it didn't screw him up too much, and I had to work with him last week. But you know, I think they're up for the challenge. We'll have to see.
Are we back up to full strength on our coaching staff and everything this week, or we still got people?
We're full strength. We're full strength now.
Back 100, so you don't get to coach the offensive line this week?
No, I'm done with that. I guess I'm not. Yeah, I'm done with it as far as having my hands on it. But they did good the day or two I had them.
All right, Coach. Let's take a quick break if you don't mind, then we'll come back and dive into Brooks since it's like a combination show today.
Well, we need to talk about senior night.
Oh, yeah, we do. That's right. We have to talk about senior night. Well, let's go ahead and do that now. We'll talk about that real quick. They've got senior ceremonies at halftime.
No, we'll do it. We'll do it pregame like we always do.
Okay.
We, you know, at the beginning of the year, we're so scared that we couldn't get the season in. We kind of had a makeshift when we just recognized them by name. But I've got 7 seniors, and they'll be out, and of course the cheerleaders, I guess the band, and I guess we still do the softball. We'll have all that before the game. I think it starts around 7 o'clock. We'll be there with the parents and be recognized for their service. You know, for 4 years they put in, most of them 4 years, and I'm excited for them. It's a big night for them. They get a bonus. It always seems as it's going to be the last regular season game at home, but for them, because of this crazy season, it won't be. They'll still have one more game at home against Brooks Tuesday. But, you know, we're celebrating it as being their last one. You know, the quarterback club always does something special for them. They'll have probably a big sheet cake or something like that after the game for just the seniors. And you know, we got some good guys coming through. I hate we're going to miss some of them, and or we're going to miss all of them. But, you know, some guys have been pretty special this program for 3 or 4 years, and I'm excited for them.
Yeah, it's we've got 7 seniors.
Yeah, we have 7 seniors.
7 seniors. So gonna reload again next year. But these guys we're gonna send them off Friday night.
Well, I mean, we're looking at the seniors' lockers. You know, we see 7 of them here. You look down there, juniors. There's about there's 14 there. The big group
is that how you have divided up?
Yeah, okay. We got seniors, juniors, sophomores is a big group. That's a humongous group. That goes almost down to the wall. And then we have our freshmen that's pretty good.
That really illustrates how young the squad is.
That's right. And we started doing that last year. We used to separate them by numbers, and which was a good thing. But I just decided let's do it by class, and that way. That's their locker. That will be their locker for always. Yeah. You know, next year that'd be the seniors' lockers, and that'd turn into the freshman lockers, and so on and so forth.
I wish I had a cameraman over right there so they could kind of see this.
Maybe
that really illustrates
maybe
it.
you can pan it before you leave just to give them an idea. But when the sophomores get over there, they're going to fill that up because that's a small section. You know, you see, like I said, the sophomores, there's a pile of them.
That thing's loaded over here.
Oh, yeah. And anyway. Or actually, no, yeah, that's some of those are sophomores and juniors. That's why it's so big. But all that sophomores over there on that side.
Okay, well, still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're loaded up. All right, we've got so senior ceremony is going to start at 7.
Yes, sir.
At 7 Friday night, so everybody needs to get there early. 6:30, 6:45,
yeah,
get in the gate.
We'll just move the pregame stuff up. You know, we usually go out there about 6:30. We might be out there about 6 o'clock and get everything done, so we'll be done so the seniors will be out there.
All right, Coach. I appreciate it. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Coach Murray Show on CSN.
Is located at 3742 Main Street in downtown Folkestone, Georgia. Lunch is served on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come join the fun food and fellowship whether you're a local tourist or a real fan. We also serve Bluebell ice cream, coffee, and lattes, while we also have train designs on custom t-shirts and unique gifts. Come see us.
Hey Indian fans! United First Credit Union has been helping people afford life since 1943. Our free online banking and mobile app make it easy to check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills. And we offer some of the lowest loan rates in town. Joining our credit union is easy. We are conveniently located at 3773 2nd Street South in Folkestone. So stop in and experience the credit union difference. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender.
Why buy from the new Walker Jones Used Car Mega Center?
We'll treat you like good friends and neighbors should. That's the Walker Jones way.
Plus, a lot of our employees here at Walker Jones have been working 10, 20, even 30 years serving our community.
And we'll always get you the best price possible. At Walker Jones Mega Center, we have all makes and models.
Walker Jones Used Car Mega Center on Memorial Drive in Waycross and online at walkerjones.com.
The Running Bear Outpost, located in the heart of Traders Hill Campground in Folkestone, Georgia at 1388 Tracy's Ferry Road, just yards from the St. Mary's River where there's great fishing, boating, beach fun, and more. We have all of your camping needs from ice and snow cones to boiled peanuts, drinks, snacks, and so much more. Charcoal, Coleman fuel, and camping supplies. Come and join the river or camp with us under these peaceful, majestic oaks for just $20 a night, full hookup for RVs and campers, or $10 a night for tent camping. We look forward to seeing you in the Running Bear Outpost. Come out and relax a spell. Allen Aldridge Insurance, located. Welcome back to the Coach Murray Show. We just went over Lanier and senior night. Be there early, 6:30, 6:45 for senior ceremonies. Now let's dive into Brooks. Coach, how in the world are you going to do this? We got football, Friday night football, and Tuesday night.
Well, we just, we ain't messed with it much. I mean, the coach, as far as their data and stuff like that, they went and broke film down and things. But other than that, we haven't messed with it too much. This is going to be a huge challenge when we play them. Not that saying that we're not going to play to try to win the thing. We are. But what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get better.
Right.
Monday night when we step on that field with them, hopefully
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. Tuesday night when we step on the field, we're going to play, and by the time we step off the field, I hope to be better than we were when we came on the field. That's
Gotcha.
kind of what our goal is. And that's kind of what I told the guys the other night against Irwin. You never should shy away from competition, man. If you're a warrior, if you're a true warrior, that's what you need to do. And that's what we're going to do Monday or Tuesday. We're just going to get there and we're going to do what we do, and hopefully we'll get better and have some success here and there. Anything can happen. That's why you play the game.
Yeah.
But as far as I don't have real too much to say right now because we're so focused in on Lanier right now, and that's the next game, and it's a must-win game. But if we win it, I think we'll be a little bit in a better mood too, to going into that game, and hopefully we will do that. But it'll be everything will be full blown. It'll be a full blown game. We're just starting at 6, and they got to make a long trip from Quitman, so it might be a little aggravating for them. They're inconvenienced a little bit, but he's a seasoned coach. He's been there forever. I think he's been coaching. I think he started head coaching in '94. I'm not sure. I know the first year was at Brooks was '94, and they won the state championship that year.
Right.
Coach Freeman does a great job with his kids, and he's got a program over there. He doesn't just have a team. I follow him on Facebook. Man, he does all kind of stuff with the kids, mentors them and stuff like that. He's not only their coach, but he's mentoring them. And there's some things that I'm gonna ask him about that I've seen him do, because he's got some of the same kind of kids we have, so he's gonna have them under control, but it's still gonna be a little bit different for them. So maybe that can be our advantage.
Yeah.
But to get back and kind of rambling on about this, we're going to do what we can against them, but right now we're focused in on Lanier, so that's what's going on.
I know that it's hard because I know coaches, they're always, like you say, on the upcoming game. And fans, we want to look ahead and plan, what ifs and everything.
Yeah, I have to do a week ahead of time, so I really got a crazy week coming up, and I've been working on, I got a home game and away game. The away games is what I work the hardest on because I got to get legit, everything lined up, the kids to eat before and after the game and stuff. And I still had that to do plus the home stuff.
Right.
But that's where I'm going after we get through here. Everybody's going to enjoy their day. I'm going to leave here and go to my office for a while. But that's part of it, and that's why I like doing it. Though.
Oh, no doubt about it. And even the quarterback club, it just came to my mind, the quarterback club, because they feed everybody at home, so they're prepping 2 meals in 3 days.
That's right. They do a great job, and by the way, y'all come out and join because we can always use members for sure. We need them. These kids need things, and then really not just material stuff. They need the food, things like that. They need help with that. There's usually just a few guys doing it and ladies doing it, and and I appreciate everything they do, and the kids do too, and they just need some help,
Yeah. Now next week, we'll wait till Wednesday or Thursday, and I'll harass you about ADCO.
Well, yeah, we can. We can even meet. I don't care when you come by. We can have a quick one Monday and just talk about Brooks if you'd like. But
okay,
if you wanted to do that, or we could do it Tuesday morning. But anyway. Yeah, we'll talk about that next Wednesday after practice. We'll talk about that. We'll have have that short day again, and that'll be a practice because it'll be right after a football game.
I know I didn't want to bother you because I knew you got a crazy 3-day stretch.
But it is what it is. It's part of what we do. So
I appreciate it.
Not bother me at all.
And I know the fans appreciate it because the fans enjoy watching. We're doing 150, 200 views. So.
I hope so.
Coach Murray's a star around here.
I don't know about that. They're I guess the COVID, they're begging for stardom if they're making me one for sure. But I just hope that people can get an idea about our program and what we're trying to accomplish with these youngins. Like I said, it's growing. We're getting where we need to. We're not there yet, but we're making progress, and one day we'll have to show you all the weight room numbers and things like that. So I'm so proud of those things. Coach Jones has done a great job in there. And it's a process. We got wiped out from graduation a couple years ago, and I've been here forever, and I was used to all the stuff stuck on the wall too, and it was last season was a tough season, and this season's been tough. But I guess I'm a realist. I've learned that. You can only do what your kids are capable of, and if these kids in here in these lockers are giving everything they have, I'm okay with that. Mm-hmm. Y'all may not be okay with it, but I'm okay with it because all you can ask, one of the things we've always said, all we want is all you got. And you can't ask for anything more than that. Mm-hmm. And some of these kids are giving everything and even just a little bit more. And, of course, just like a team, you don't have all of them giving it yet, and that's our job. That's our job in all season. There's some, I take notes. I don't know if people notice I have a little notebook pad in my little memo book in my pocket at ball games. I'm not calling play. If I'm writing stuff down, I'm writing some of that stuff down too. But I'm just little notes about kids that I dress, and they get to sit with me in the office, have a piece of candy on Monday, and we talk about things. And I'm still excited about what's going on, and hopefully we'll keep good progress and get there.
Not just in the field too, but in the classroom. I noticed this morning you're adding some more of those. Tomahawks on there.
I took a picture today and put on my Facebook. Colin Lloyd, our sophomore offensive lineman, who's a brainiac. He's smarter than you and I put together. His helmet's full of those Tomahawk stickers for his A's, and I'm tickled to death about that. I mean, I get this thing, and probably all the head coaches do, but I get this thing called a failure report that they kick out for kids that in all classes, and boy, it does my heart good when I kick it and I only have like 1 or 2 kids, especially if they got like and I don't like it now, but if when they got 50 kids and I only got like 3 kids on the failure list, so you're 50 times 4, that's 200 classes, so only got 3 failures, and their grade is like a 65 and above. There's been times when we struggle around here, but they're doing the job in the classroom and they're killing it, and that really does make you proud. And and their discipline stuff's way down. It's just awesome. There's all kind of things that go into being a student athlete, and grades and discipline. That's key, number one key, and then you progress on the athletic field. So they're making progress, and I'm proud of them.
Good deal, Coach. Well, we're proud of them too, and it translates off the field.
Yeah.
When they graduate from high school, whether they go to college or not, they still need that diploma.
Well, yeah, and that's one of our goals. I mean, yeah, we're in it to win football games and stuff like that, but I'm almost 50 years old now. I'm not like I was when I was 20. It's about ball. It is about the ball games.
Yeah.
But I'm from here. I stayed here, invested in this place for sure now. And one of the reasons why I stayed here, I want to make us better. I say us, Charlton County, better. And when these kids are graduating high school and going to college and getting degrees, a lot of them don't come back home, but that's okay. They're going to make it a life for themselves. I couldn't be more proud. I don't say it wrong. More prouder. I guess I couldn't be prouder of them from doing that. Making them. And some go to the military. Veterans Day today. I can just sit here and think about the guys that I've coached that had good careers in the military. Some are still in it. And some that had and retired. And just tickled to death. That's what we want them to be. And it's a funny thing, Brother Ray, our chaplain, we talk about we want to be good daddies one day, the good sons now, good brothers and cousins and stuff, but if they're a good daddy one day, they're going to be a good person. And a lot of them are going to be that.
You have so many veterans that are former Indians. You have 2 on your staff, right?
Yeah, I got them on my Facebook too.
Yeah. Did you? Okay.
Yeah, Coach Swing, he's still, I think he's in the reserves. He's in the Army. He's a lieutenant in the Army, and in fact, he has drill duty this weekend. But he spent several months in Iraq, recently, and proud of him and his service. And Coach Lloyd spent many years in the Navy, and proud of what he did too. That and Coach Strickland, who coached with us forever, I think he was in the Navy like 29 years, maybe, I don't know, a long time. It's guys like that and other women and men in this country that what they did, we were able to do what we did today, get in practice, do the things we love, and I appreciate everything that our guys, Coach Lloyd and Coach Swing, and then all the other men and women in this country to do. They do so much, and I know people say, well, it's volunteer. Well, that's true, but it's a huge sacrifice on their part. And I can really see that when you got people close to you like Coach Swing. I mean, he went over to Iraq, and his little boy was just born. He had to spend the first few months of that kid's life on the other side of the world,
Right.
And he's not the only one. And and I'm tickled to death that we have a man of his caliber on our staff as well as Coach Lloyd, because he's bringing stuff to these kids too. Our kids need to see men like him, and our whole country needs to. And I'm proud of those guys.
All right, Coach. Well, we're proud of them as well. Well, anything else you want to hit on before we head out?
No, I'm just no. We're just going to. We got a tough week ahead of us, but we're going to try to win every day. That's all we can do. I mean, that's our motto, and that's what we're going to try to do.
All right, we need the swamp packed Friday night. We'll see y'all Friday night for senior night. And we will have live video. I've actually had people asking me that this
Okay,
week.
well, good.
We're at home, y'all. I control this. We will be live Friday night. Thank y'all for watching the Coach Murray Show. In Kingsland, Georgia, is proud to serve the communities of Charlton and Camden counties, offering life, home, car, and business insurance. See Andy Gowan today for your insurance needs. Phone 912-729-7600 for more information. Protecting you is what we do. Gowan Aldridge Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network. Four Seasons Floral, located at 4415 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, has all of your floral needs covered, from Valentine's to birthdays and weddings to life celebrations, proms, special occasions, or just to say you love that someone special. We deliver as well. Call 912-496-7043 and we'll assist you with any floral need at Four Seasons Floral.
Okefenokee Sportsman is locally owned by Fred and Rawling Coley, who have loyally served the people of Folkestone, Georgia, and surrounding counties for 17 years. Hunting and fishing supplies, as well as live bait, are our specialties. Join us on Saturday, October the 10th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. to mix and mingle with vendors from the hunting industry and enjoy live music from Matt Knowles. Local, loyal, and laid back, Okefenokee Sportsman.
Folkestone Auto Supply, located at 4439 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, is owned and operated by the Dasher family. They have everything you need, bumper to bumper, for domestic and foreign car parts. Big truck operators, they have you covered as well with belts, seals, hoses, welding supplies, and so much more. They even have lawnmower parts, blades, and accessories. Stop by today and see the whole crew. Big Sammy, Little Sammy, Miss Pam, Rocky, Stephen, Dave, and Miss Joe at Folkestone Auto Supply.
Charlton Electric, now serving Charlton and surrounding counties. With over 20 years experience in both commercial and residential services, our electricians can meet your needs. We offer installation on whole house generators, service upgrades, mobile home services, troubleshooting, ceiling fan and light fixture installations, and much more. Call us today for an estimate at 912-276-7661.
Tri-City Insurance is a proud sponsor of Maidens Softball and Indians Baseball. Give them a call today for all of your insurance needs at 912-496-0020.
For nearly 20 years, Georgia's electric membership cooperatives have made Friday night football electrifying. As the official energy provider of the GHSA, Georgia's EMCs are proud to support high school athletics in the communities we serve, standing behind every hike, every completed pass, and every team celebration. Because we know that today's high school athletes are tomorrow's local leaders. Georgia's EMCs.
Gant AC Heat and Electric, located at 141 West Love Street in Folkestone, Georgia. They service all makes and models of air conditioning and heating units, electric and plumbing supplies, blown installation, appliance parts and service, as well as sheet metal products. Gant is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network, Go Indians, and the Band of Pride. Since 2009, Southeastern Automotive Group has been buying for and selling to most of the franchise dealerships in the area. What if you were able to bypass the big dealerships with the big markups by